Hello and welcome to another update video about QNT Quant. So Quant is indeed now joining the rally, and I think I announced, or I talked about in one of the previous videos, that Quant is one that sometimes when Bitcoin is consolidating or Bitcoin comes down a bit, it then starts suddenly to rally. Yeah, it's sort of a little bit, it's not following Bitcoin directly, but it's sort of a little bit later or a little bit earlier often. Okay, we see that now. It's joining the rally a little bit later, and I think we changed our scenario here in the last video just in time when we crossed above 127. Because for me, if anybody who's been watching these QNT videos before knows that for me, the invalidation level for another move down, or not technically invalidation, but for another move down, that this would get unlikely if we break above 127. That's also when I made a video and when we changed the chart here to uptrend just in time, because since that $127 level, we've already rallied like 12%, 13% in a day or a couple of days. That's not too bad. Does it mean we now definitely will follow here the count to the upside in 5 waves? 1, 2, no, wrong. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's eventually what we need to see to get more confidence that QNT really is in this uptrend that would take us to around $400, yeah, or just below 400 for this wave 3. That's the higher degree wave 3. We eventually will need to sort of reach the $390 level. We talked about that in the previous video to let's say prove that this is also wave 3, because that's just needed based on the Fibonacci extensions. Okay, so it looks promising, but all we've seen so far is 3 waves. Yeah, we've seen here a wave 1, a wave 2, and we might now be in the wave 3. It doesn't make sense to try to label the wave 3 here, the subwaves, because we don't have enough price information. It's very choppy. I could play around here with a leading diagonal, maybe for a wave 1 of 3. We might have had a shallow wave 2 somewhere, but it doesn't make sense. I might have to change it eventually, and it doesn't make a difference, because I think QNT will now reach this box, this target box here, and in this area we should see some kind of a reaction. So it's of course not guaranteed that we will definitely see 5 waves up. That's why we've got the alternative on the chart, which is the yellow count, which I'm going to move to the side at the moment. We're going to talk about that in a minute. First of all, the count here of this larger wave 2 low, which was made in November, is wave 1 to the upside in an impulse, then an A, B, C running flat, and we are now moving up in a 3rd wave. Then there should ideally be a 4th and a 5th. The 3rd should at least reach the 1.618 extension of the wave 1. It needs to, otherwise it's a highly doubtful scenario. So we can then challenge it easily, and that's down here at around $153, $154. So that's what we need to reach as a minimum. Quant likes to overshoot these targets, so that's why I have intentionally moved this target box a bit higher. I wouldn't even be surprised if we reach higher levels in this 3rd wave, as we did here. Yeah, QNT likes to rally in a wave 3 and a wave 5. It just does it. We need to see, yeah, but obviously at 1.618, that would be the minimum. That's where maybe partial profit taking could take place, or you move up the stop loss, however you like it. But usually QNT will push a bit higher. We should then see a shallow wave 4 retracement, which I will be able to calculate for you, that retracement level, when we have a wave 3 top in place. And then we should get another rally in a 5th wave up. Anybody who thinks, you missed it, this rally, even though we had a lot of time down here to accumulate in this support area, in this large support area, there should be another entry point in wave 4. If it holds, yeah, and even if you miss that after the wave 5, yeah, this should then become a wave 1, a larger wave 1 of the 3rd wave. There should be an entry point A, B, C, yeah, at the end of the C wave. 1, 2. and you can trade the wave 3 of 3. That would be the best, you know, that will be the best wave to trade anyway. Now, I'm not telling you to wait, that's your decision, but the wave 3, so trading the wave 3 of the wave 3 here, that's where most profit can be made, usually. I mean, here, for example, was the wave 5, right? But that's sort of what usually happens. The wave 3 is most frequently the wave that is most frequently extended. So yeah, so that's the primary scenario now, yeah, that we are already here in the breakout. But primary or not, we need to be careful with that, because it doesn't mean that it definitely is going to happen. The reason why I count this as primary is because QNT also here was earlier in the breakout than other coins, and we have come down quite a bit in this correction. This doesn't mean it will have to happen, right? Because what I don't like about this structure, what I absolutely don't like, and that's why I was always down here, I was in favor of another low, is this structure here. In a wave 2, you don't usually get, I mean, I'm talking about you, yeah, it's not guaranteed, but usually, based on probabilities, you don't usually get an overshooting B wave. It's rare, yeah, especially, and then you've got that in a wave 2, which is rare in itself, and then a running flat, running flats are very rare patterns as well. So something's not right here. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. That's why we've sketched this out. And against the wave 4 support, we can then focus on higher. It should certainly reach this area, in my opinion. Now, nothing is guaranteed, yeah, but my view is it should reach that now, the way it looks. But yeah, I've got my doubts about this structure still. So what could it be then? It could be this alternative pattern, so be ready for that. It could be that we have moved down here to the downside in an A wave only, that this was an A wave. This here is now a B wave, and in the B we've got A wave, B wave, now a C wave, which would explain why this is so impulsive now. And afterwards we should come down in the larger C wave. A, B, C. Makes sense, hopefully, because this would then mean that the wave 2 actually will be here. Okay. So, how to handle that from a strategic point of view? There are various options. Anybody who entered down here could move up stop loss into profit to be out of risk. So anybody who entered here in my support trend reversal area could just move up the stop loss. As we get into this area, maybe think about partial profit taking. I'm not telling you to do it, it's only the kind of strategy you can use. So either partial profit take or moving up stop loss. You could then also try to scale in again in the wave 4. Set the stop loss below the wave 4 support area, which obviously I can't define yet because we haven't had top yet. And if it fails, it fails. Yeah, and then you try to look for a lower entry. At least you're out, yeah, in profit because you entered here. And if you haven't entered here, you could still try to scale into wave 4 at low risk, because we can define the support area probably quite accurately. And then you could get stopped out if it breaks. And you could even take a short trade then, the remaining waves of wave C. So yeah, it's actually looking, it's actually good. What I would be careful about is to enter a short trade here. I'd be careful about that because it could only drop a little bit into wave 4 support. I would rather explore a short trade when the wave 4 support area breaks. I'm just saying, it's only what I would be doing. But yeah, you know, and if it breaks, then you could see that as an opportunity. When support levels break, see it as an opportunity to maybe look for a short trade entry, for example. And then, yeah, there is for anybody then again a lower entry point, because this would then mark the completion of the correction. I wouldn't be so doubtful about this rally here, but let's say even in this B wave, we should see this green area, okay? So not reaching it at all would rather confirm this yellow count. But hopefully that makes it clear. And I hope you liked the update about Quant. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.